Have you ever felt like you're giving your all in a relationship, only to realize you're just a background character in someone else's story? It's a painful truth many of us face, yet we often brush it aside, telling ourselves it's just how things are. But here's the reality check. It shouldn't be this way. You're not a convenience, a stepping stone, or a temporary fix for someone's needs. Today, we're going to dive deep into the subtle, often overlooked signs that you're being used in a relationship. This isn't just about the big betrayals. It's about those little moments and patterns that slowly chip away at your self-worth. By the end of this video, you'll not only be able to spot these red flags, but also have the tools to steer your ship back to a place where your value is recognized and cherished. Because you deserve relationships that are genuine, reciprocal, and respectful. So, let's unravel these hidden truths together and take the first step towards transforming the way we see ourselves and our relationships. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could be the turning point in how you navigate your connections with others. Before we dive in, I urge you to hit the like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more eye-opening content. And remember, watching the whole video without skipping is key to getting the full picture and making a meaningful change in your relationships. First signal: one-sided effort examined. One-sided effort in relationships is a phenomenon most of us have encountered, where we find ourselves always being the giver, the supporter, the one who's constantly reaching out. This disparity, where one person consistently makes more effort than the other, can leave you feeling unappreciated and emotionally drained. It's like you're rowing a boat alone, while the other person is just along for the ride. This situation brings to mind a powerful quote from the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." Sometimes we might ignore this imbalance out of fear of losing the relationship, even when it's causing us more harm than good. The one-sided effort is a clear indicator of an unbalanced relationship. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, once remarked, "Never value anything as profitable to your character that forces you to break your promise, to lose your self-respect, to hate, suspect, curse, act the hypocrite, desire things that require walls and curtains." This is particularly relevant when we consider the dynamics of a one-sided relationship. If you find yourself compromising your values, your dignity, and your peace of mind to maintain a relationship, it's worth questioning its value in your life. In such relationships, you're the one making all the plans, initiating communication, and often making excuses for the other person's lack of effort. This continuous give-and-take imbalance can lead to a buildup of resentment and a sense of loneliness, even when you're technically not alone. As the Greek philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." In a one-sided relationship, you might find yourself doing all the talking with very little active listening or engagement from the other party. In the realm of Western psychology, this imbalance is recognized as a potential source of emotional distress. It's essential to remember that a healthy relationship involves mutual effort and reciprocation. When this balance is missing, the relationship can feel more like a burden than a source of joy and support. It's important to recognize your worth and not settle for a relationship that leaves you feeling undervalued and unappreciated. As you navigate these waters, remember that your well-being and self-respect should always be a priority. Recognizing and addressing the issue of one-sided effort is a crucial step toward healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Second signal: selective availability. Highlighted. Selective availability in relationships is a telling sign where the dynamics are skewed heavily in favor of one party. It's a situation that many of us have faced. A friend or a loved one who is always ready to receive support, but seldom available to give it. This kind of relationship echoes the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who observed, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for a kindness." However, in the case of selective availability, this opportunity seems to be a one-way street. This behavior is a reflection of a relationship where convenience outweighs genuine care and reciprocity. When someone is only present in your life when it suits them or when they stand to benefit, it points towards a lack of genuine commitment and concern. Marcus Aurelius, a figurehead in Stoic philosophy, once stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective is particularly useful here. It suggests that your response to selective availability is crucial. It's about recognizing your value and not allowing yourself to be treated as an option rather than a priority. Selective availability isn't just about physical presence. It's also about emotional availability. When you're always the one offering a listening ear or a shoulder to cry on, but find the same support missing when you need it, it's a clear indicator of imbalance. This lack of reciprocity can lead to feelings of loneliness and frustration. It's reminiscent of Epictetus's words, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." In a balanced relationship, this adage applies to both parties, but in selectively available relationships, you might find yourself perpetually on the listening end. From the perspective of Western psychology, reciprocal social support is fundamental to healthy relationships. The concept of reciprocity is deeply ingrained in human social interactions and is essential for the development of trust and emotional safety. When this reciprocity is absent, it can lead to emotional strain and a decrease in self-esteem. It is important to recognize when you are in such a dynamic and to take steps to address it. This might involve open communication about your needs and feelings, setting boundaries, or re-evaluating the relationship altogether. As you navigate these challenging situations, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." In other words, instead of responding with bitterness or becoming similarly unavailable, strive to uphold your values and seek relationships that are more balanced and fulfilling. Third signal, absence of genuine interest. The absence of genuine interest in a relationship is a profound issue, striking at the heart of what it means to truly connect with another person. In a genuine friendship or relationship, there's an essential two-way exchange, a mutual interest in each other's lives, emotions, and experiences. This is in stark contrast to a relationship where one party shows little to no interest in the other's life, a situation that Aristotle might have seen as a failure to achieve the friendship of the good, where mutual appreciation and virtue are key. This lack of genuine interest is often a clear sign that the relationship is more transactional than authentic. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, might have commented on this imbalance by highlighting the importance of mutual benefit in any interaction. He believed that relationships should not be based solely on what one can gain from the other, but on mutual respect and benefit. When someone shows no interest in your personal well-being, aspirations, or struggles, it indicates a lack of empathy and a disregard for the fundamental aspects of a meaningful relationship. Plato, with his deep insights into human nature, might have seen this as a failure to recognize the form of friendship, the ideal, perfect version of it. In his view, real relationships should reflect a deeper understanding and connection between individuals. When this depth is missing, the relationship becomes a shadow of what it could truly be. Moreover, the lack of genuine interest in someone's life can lead to feelings of isolation and insignificance. It contradicts the basic human need for connection and understanding, something Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, emphasized in his theories. Jung believed that meaningful connections with others were an essential part of individual development and self-realization. In Stoic philosophy, Epictetus stressed the importance of focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what isn't. In the context of relationships, this means recognizing when a relationship lacks genuine interest and understanding that we cannot force someone to show this interest. Instead, we should focus on cultivating relationships that are enriching and mutually supportive. Socrates, known for his method of deep questioning, might have encouraged us to question the nature of our relationships continually. Are they based on mutual respect and interest, or are they one-sided? This constant inquiry can help us navigate towards healthier and more balanced relationships. Fourth signal, emotional manipulation unveiled. The fourth signal, emotional manipulation, is a critical concern in any relationship. It occurs when one person uses guilt, emotional pressure, or even subtle coercion to influence the other's actions. This form of manipulation is particularly insidious because it exploits the victim's compassion and empathy, often making them question their own feelings and motivations. Stoic philosophy, particularly the teachings of Epictetus, offers a lens through which to view this behavior. Epictetus taught that external events are beyond our control, but we can control our responses to them. In the context of emotional manipulation, this means recognizing the manipulative behavior for what it is and choosing not to let it dictate your actions or question your self-worth. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, focused on the importance of acting in accordance with one's own nature and reason. When faced with emotional manipulation, it's essential to stay true to oneself rather than being swayed by someone else's attempt to exploit your emotions. Aurelius might have advised that we maintain our integrity and not allow others to disturb our inner peace. Seneca, a contemporary of Aurelius, spoke often of the tranquility of the mind. He might have seen emotional manipulation as a direct threat to this tranquility, a force that disrupts our inner harmony and clarity. From his perspective, recognizing and resisting emotional manipulation is key to maintaining our mental and emotional equilibrium. From the perspective of Western psychology, emotional manipulation can have significant negative effects on an individual's mental health. It can lead to anxiety, low self-esteem, and even depression. Carl Jung, a pioneer of psychology, believed in the importance of individuation, the process of understanding and integrating one's own psyche. In a situation of emotional manipulation, this means recognizing the manipulation and reaffirming your own thoughts, feelings, and values. Aristotle's concept of phronesis, or practical wisdom, is also relevant here. It involves not only understanding what constitutes a good or desirable state, but also being able to deliberate about how to achieve it. In cases of emotional manipulation, practical wisdom would involve seeing the manipulation for what it is and understanding the best way to respond or remove oneself from the situation. Plato might have viewed emotional manipulation as a corruption of the soul, a force that distorts truth and reality. In his dialogues, he often explored the idea of justice and truth, and emotional manipulation would likely have been antithetical to these ideals in his view. Fifth signal, disregard for boundaries. The fifth signal of a problematic relationship is the disregard for boundaries, a situation where one party consistently oversteps or ignores the limits set by the other. This lack of respect for personal boundaries can manifest in various ways, constantly changing plans, expecting you to be always available, or dismissing your needs and preferences. This behavior is not only disrespectful, but also detrimental to the foundation of any healthy relationship. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius offer valuable insight into this issue. Aurelius emphasized the importance of respecting oneself and others. He believed in the dignity of each individual and the need to honor that dignity in our interactions. From his perspective, allowing someone to repeatedly disregard your boundaries is inconsistent with maintaining self-respect and personal integrity. Similarly, Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, spoke about the balance between self-preservation and the duties we owe to others. He would likely view the disrespect of boundaries as a violation of this balance. In a healthy relationship, there should be a mutual respect for each other's time, space, and individuality. When these are continuously disregarded, the relationship becomes one-sided and harmful. Epictetus, known for his teachings on the control of one's own responses and actions, would advise individuals in such situations to remember that their reactions and boundaries are within their control. He would likely encourage a person to assert and maintain their boundaries firmly, reminding them that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can control how we respond and uphold our own limits. From a psychological perspective, Carl Jung's concept of individuation involves understanding and integrating various aspects of oneself. Respecting and asserting one's boundaries is a crucial part of this process. When boundaries are continuously ignored, it can hinder personal growth and lead to feelings of frustration and a loss of identity. Aristotle's notion of the golden mean, the desirable middle ground between two extremes, can also be applied to the concept of boundaries. In any relationship, there should be a balance between flexibility and firmness. A complete disregard for boundaries represents an extreme that disrupts this balance, leading to an unhealthy dynamic. Sixth signal: superficial connection exposed. This is characterized by interactions that lack depth and emotional engagement, where conversations and shared experiences barely scratch the surface of what true connection entails. This type of relationship is marked by a persistent shallowness, where even after spending considerable time together, the parties involved don't truly know each other on a deeper, more meaningful level. From a Stoic perspective, Epictetus might comment on this by emphasizing the importance of genuine interactions in our lives. He believed that the essence of our relationships should be based on truth and sincerity. When a relationship remains superficial, it fails to align with these Stoic values of authenticity and meaningful connection. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, often spoke about the depth of human relations and the importance of true companionship. He would likely view a superficial connection as a missed opportunity to forge a bond that contributes to personal growth and mutual understanding. Aurelius might encourage individuals to seek relationships that go beyond the surface, ones that challenge and enrich both parties. Seneca, known for his insights into human nature, might see superficial connections as a reflection of a lack of commitment to the betterment of oneself and others. In his view, relationships should serve as a means to improve ourselves and contribute positively to the lives of others. A relationship that remains at a superficial level does not fulfill this purpose and is thus lacking in the qualities that Seneca valued. In the realm of Western philosophy, Aristotle's concept of friendship based on virtue and mutual respect contrasts sharply with superficial connections. According to Aristotle, the highest form of friendship is that which is based on the mutual appreciation of the virtues of the other person, and is not merely about pleasure or utility. Superficial relationships, devoid of this depth, do not meet Aristotle's criteria for true friendship. Plato might have conceptualized superficial connections as relationships that fail to reach the world of forms, his idea of the highest and most fundamental kind of reality. In Plato's view, a relationship that doesn't strive to understand and connect with the true essence of the individuals involved is limited and unfulfilling. Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist, emphasized the importance of deep, meaningful connections in his theory of individuation, the process of self-realization. Jung would likely see superficial connections as barriers to achieving this self-realization, as they do not allow for the depth of interaction necessary for individuals to fully understand and integrate different aspects of their personalities. Seventh signal: absence in your tough times. The seventh and a deeply telling signal of a problematic relationship is the noticeable absence during tough times. Genuine friendships and relationships are tested and proven not in moments of convenience, but in times of challenge and adversity. When a person you consider a friend or a partner is conspicuously absent during your periods of struggle or hardship, it speaks volumes about their investment and commitment to the relationship. Stoic philosophy, with its focus on virtue, resilience, and the nature of human relationships, offers valuable insights into this issue. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, believed in the importance of enduring hardships with a sense of stoicism and grace. However, he also recognized the value of support and companionship in overcoming life's challenges. In the context of a friend's absence in tough times, Epictetus might remind us that while we cannot control others' actions, we can control our response, including re-evaluating the relationship and seeking support elsewhere. Marcus Aurelius, known for his meditations on life and duty, would likely see the absence of a friend in hard times as a failure in the duty of friendship. For Aurelius, the essence of any relationship was based on mutual support and understanding. The absence when you are most vulnerable contradicts the very principles of mutual respect and empathy that he valued. Seneca, another Stoic thinker, wrote extensively about the trials of life and the role of friends in easing our burdens. He might view a friend's absence in tough times as a lack of true friendship, which he believed should be based on a foundation of mutual support and understanding. For Seneca, enduring hardship is a part of life, but enduring it alone, when you have sought the support of friends, indicates a relationship lacking in genuine care and solidarity. From a Western philosophical perspective, Aristotle's concept of friendship involves mutual goodwill and shared values. In his view, a friend who is absent during your struggles fails to meet these criteria of true friendship. Aristotle believed that such friendships, based on utility or pleasure, are less enduring and lack the depth and commitment of virtuous friendships. Plato might see this absence as indicative of a relationship that lacks the ideal form of friendship, one that is based on a deeper understanding and connection between souls. For Plato, true friends are those who remain present and supportive, especially during life's challenges. Carl Jung, in his exploration of the human psyche, emphasized the importance of deep, meaningful connections in achieving personal growth and self-actualization. The absence of a friend during difficult times can be detrimental to this process, depriving individuals of the emotional support and understanding necessary for overcoming personal struggles. As we come to the end of our journey today, remember this: the value of your relationships is not measured by the ease of time shared, but by the presence and support felt during life's most challenging moments. You deserve connections that are as deep and genuine as your own commitment and empathy. If today's insights resonated with you, don't let the journey stop here. On the screen, you'll find a playlist that dives even deeper into understanding and nurturing healthy relationships. Click on it, continue this path of self-discovery, and embrace the relationships that honor your true worth. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, every thread of genuine connection we weave adds strength, warmth, and color to our existence. Stay true to yourself and keep seeking those connections that make life truly meaningful.